Okay, you can kick us off, Akhilesh.
Yeah, so we have been working on making our AI integration better. Um, since we were hitting kind of a limit, we were hitting our limits with the Claude Opus models. I shifted us to from Claude Opus to Claude Sonnet 4. So now that should make the usage more affordable. And then I also face some issue when actually there were some server side errors with the GitHub integration merge.
Yeah.
So I fixed those. We are basically not managing the
Hmm.
4003 errors, so I fixed that.
Yep.
And then and also this over the past week and weekend I worked on how we can allow users to bring their own API key. There are some things that needs to be updated in our AI package. For example, other some models some models and some providers stream stuff differently than others, so we need to handle all the cases based on what are the models we wanna let the users use. So currently, where I'm at is OpenAI, and so I have a list of. So basically, how that would look like on a high level would is that we will manage a list of models from different providers like OpenAI, Anthropic, Mistral, and if we are using OpenRouter, then OpenRouter, and that list will be shown to the user just like in the cursor on the chat itself. So users can choose the models from the chat, whichever they want to use. And basically what I'm thinking is we would only choose models based on the based on their ability to function call and JSON response, because we eventually want to use models to call tools as well. So it's better to just start off with that. And then the other thing is, users can choose models on the editor itself, and then they can add or remove their API keys on the settings page. Um, so we would have like Anthropic, OpenAI, and other providers API key that they can set. Um, and with Open Router, I know it's a little bit weird where Open Router API key works for every model that they provide. So need to think more about that right now. And also I'm thinking about how that would look if we eventually have our tiers pricing model, where we have a kind of a scaffolding for that, which currently does not I mean which currently tracks the generations from the users, which we have thousand generations limit currently on the free tier. And I was just thinking, if the user decides to add any one API key, whether it be Anthropic or OpenAI or whatever provider,
Hmm.
then we would just shift that user to their own API key and not increment the generations on
Hmm.
our database.
Hmm.
And then if they shift back, and the shifting is the part where I'm kind of I'm kind of um, at a crossroads are, because um, the way that it would look is users can add API keys on their settings page, and then they can choose models. So yeah, so what I'm thinking is, if they add, for example, OpenAI key only and not Anthropic key, then on the drop down we would just show the OpenAI models and not any other models automatically. That would, because we are managing the model list on the server side, and then if they also have Anthropic, then we would definitely show every model that we have of Anthropic as well. And if they remove an API key, then the same thing. And if they remove every API key, then we would just show them whatever the model that we support by default on our API keys. So yeah, that's the high level overview of what I'm working on.
Um, yeah. Could it be simpler just to add, just to have a menu that lets them choose the provider as well? Or
Um, Yeah, it's they can. Yeah, I can do that as well. But it's like, um, if we do that, there would be. I mean, it's not. I mean, it's simple to do that, but then
Yeah.
it would be more complex to manage everything together. I mean, it's not a big task, but I'm just saying, like, if we I'm just thinking on it, based on a user's perspective, where we can just we can just have them add an API key, whatever API key in the settings, and then they can just in that way we can manage the models as well, whichever the models that we want to provide, based on what other models are working best with our sandbox editor.
It seems to me like it seems to me like this is just like a UI, a matter of UI basically.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Like um, yeah, the first way we do it, it might not be ideal.
Yeah.
Like it might be a bit clumsy the first thing that we do. See, here's an example. This is Klein, which is really popular. And when you have Klein, somewhere there's settings um, for the API configuration,
Hmm.
and then down here, if you click on here, you get this, and you have like it's quite actually ugly is what I'm actually trying to say. Is actually this is like
Yeah,
not a great UI. This is a terrible UI.
yeah,
However,
yeah.
it works good enough for them. People use it. So I guess what I'm trying to say is the first UI setup that we have, it might be not great, but that's fine. I think the power users are going to figure it out.
Okay. Yeah.
So don't worry too much.
Okay. Yeah. So currently so I mean, the overview is that the main setting for the API key setup will be on a different page, which will be the settings page. That's what I'm thinking. If we want to change that to put somewhere else, I'm open to ideas. Just like what client did there is what I meant.
Oh, hey Victor. I feel there's an issue with the internet. Hey, okay. Akhilesh, what did you say?
Yeah, I was just saying that so the main idea right now is that putting the API key setup in a separate settings page. But I'm open
Hmm.
to other ideas as well if you guys think that other things would better to go with it, just like what you showed us with Klein, where they
My
were just
my
settings everything within the chat itself.
I think my point with the client was that it doesn't really matter how we do it.
Yeah. Okay. Then
We shouldn't worry about it. Yeah.
yeah. Okay. Then I would just
We can
go ahead
always.
with the settings page
Yeah.
implementation.
Sounds good.
Yeah. I'm
Um.
I'm actually halfway through it right now.
Perfect.
There's nothing really to show
Yeah.
right now, but I'll show them once I'm ready with it.
Cool. What about you, Victor? What have you been working on? What do you want to work on?
So it's just based on the last thing that we discussed, trying to like take the models that actually Schedule worked on, trying to like create a UI based on that, making it really modular. That was like the core part of what I've been
Yeah.
trying to do. I took a break on it because I had to like finish up things back at school. But
Of
now I'm
course.
focusing on it back now.
Nice.
Um, I think what Akesh did really gave me like a base for it. I think it led me to the open source code base of Tampo, and I'm learning a lot from that. And I think like the way he abstracted the components into like making it really modular, where you can like compose different things, add different providers, and so on. I think that's the way to go. That was I'm currently working on.
Yeah. Let me know. Yeah. Let's just discuss it on a separate call sometime
Yeah,
this week as well.
yeah, sure.
Let me know today on what day you can do it, so we can plan
Okay,
it ahead.
all right. 100%.
Yeah, and yeah, I have a basic MVP for the settings page. It's just um, normal UI for it, but we'll discuss more on our call.
Okay. It
Okay,
looks like James is offline.
James lost. Okay, he's back.
I'm back.
Welcome, James.
I'm here.
Okay, okay, bye. Yeah, so we're just discussing what we would discuss in our meeting later this week. Oh, he's gone again, I guess. Okay, he's gone again.
Oh no.
Okay, he's back.
Okay. Changed to I just changed to my mobile hotspot.
Oh, okay.
There was like I'm on a public Wi-Fi, so must have been
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So yeah, that's it basically with the AI updates. And
Great.
yeah, Victor, the iframe preview PR. Are you done with it? I
Yeah, I'm done with that. I'm going to push the PR right away. I'm done with that already. Sorry, I don't know. It skipped my mind.
okay. So once you're done, you said you're done, right?
Yes.
Okay, okay. So let's just merge it right now, and then um,
So I've not yet pushed the commit yet. Sorry, I'm already done with it locally. I'll push that
oh, okay, yeah, yeah, yeah.
when
So
I have it.
just push it locally and test it once again. Everything is working great, and then we'll merge it.
Okay.
And then we have another PR, migrate to Turbo Repo and update package configurations. Um,
No, that's an old one. That's from a couple weeks ago.
okay, so we should just close it.
Yeah, yeah. I'll close that. I think I
Um,
opened that. Close it.
Okay,
Maybe I can
we
reopen it now with a different. It will be easier to like migrate now to Turbo if you want to.
we we decided to revisit it. It's not a priority at the moment.
okay, yeah. I was just looking at the old PRs, so yeah, we can actually close the
Yeah,
one
yeah.
where
We
the
have a couple old. We have a couple old P. Uh, the reason why they're open is that they're still in progress. They're just not high priority items. You know what I mean? Someone started working on them, and then we decided to postpone due to other things being more important. That's
yeah.
why they're there. So
Yeah.
yeah,
I was
I
just
don't think anything really has to be. I don't think anything really has to be done with them. If you close them, that means that we're not working on them anymore.
okay.
Um,
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, so that's basically
yeah.
everything from me and Victor. That's what we were working on. If there's anything from you, James, go ahead.
Yeah. Let me just say what Abdul's done. Abdul's um, popped off, but basically, um, yeah. Thanks for your bug fix, Akhilesh. We deployed a few updates to GitHub to the GitHub integration. You can now see which files have been edited. It's it's simple. It works. Probably another thing to come back to later. We don't need the most powerful Git, um, version control right now. We just need something simple that works. So if everyone could just test that, that would be good. And yeah, that's it for now. Open items which you'd like help with from Abdul.
Um, I think he can actually help create. Yeah, once we have the yeah, I think he can help right now. He can help work with Victor and work on UI updates for the AI chat because there are multiple components that needs to be created and which
Okay,
needs to be modular. So he can work on some other parts of that.
but you're talking about adding. Adding UI elements or refactoring existing ones?
Actually, we are going to, the idea is that we are going to just discard all of the stuff that is currently right now there, and then starting from scratch.
Sounds like refactoring.
Yeah. Refactoring.
You're
Sorry.
you're gonna delete all the code? Is it that bad?
Uh, mm,
Yeah, I think the core components need just not you need to be rebuilt. So, and that's what I'm thinking about. So,
yeah, the reason that
designing the components for ability to be like reused over and over again and easy to like expand. You want to add more features.
yeah, the reason is that the current code for those components is rigid enough that it cannot be modularized and cannot be changed the way that we want it to be changed. And if we do add things to that, it will be more complex than it is right now. So it's just better to
Sure.
refactor it from the start.
Yeah. Yeah. I think. How long do you think that should take?
Um, current with the current pace, I guess this week and probably half of next week.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Sure. Um, Let me have a look at that. Do you think is it? I feel like it may be if it's only a week left, then I feel like it's better to add. It might be better to add Abdul in when ready. You know what I mean?
Uh, Abdul Ran.
So I didn't get what you said, James.
Um, um, Depending on what you're doing, yeah, I don't entirely understand like what you're doing, how complex it is. Um, so I'm just trying to figure out if you could actually, if Abdul's help would actually be useful on that,
Yeah.
or if it would or if it would slow it down.
Yeah,
Um,
makes sense. Actually, let me get back to you on that once me and Victor, discuss it properly.
True.
Um, sure. It sounds like you guys have a whole lot going on
No.
within the chat, and yeah, um, the refactoring has sort of settled down a little bit. But yeah, I can keep Abdul busy for another few days. That's no problem.
Okay. Okay. Sounds good.
By the way, one other thing, you back to the AI thing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, um, OpenAI just dropped an open source model. Um, that one coding. It's Grok and it's going to be on an open router. So that one, yeah, that one's going to be super cheap.
They released
Uh,
open source model.
so that's one to start using. It's GPT OSS,
Ah, okay.
and it's it's up there with like so basically it's it we can think of it we can integrate
Okay. I'll take a
GPT
look at that as
OSS.
well. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, we can add that, but it probably needs to have Open Router or Grok.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool guys, um, nice work.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right,
All right. See you.
All right, guys.
peace out.